Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Aaron Alexander Experience podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Alpha Chad. Alpha Chad, we almost have similar hair right now, weirdly.
Oh, nice. I have to tell you about, this is not sponsored, but it's going to sound like a sponsor.
Oh, here we go.
I have to tell you about Tribal Chimp hairstyling powder. You put this powder in your hair, and you don't have it. I hate the smell of like sticky, like gooey products.
Yeah.
I hate like washing it out, but it's nice to have like just a dry powder, because like I have this when I wake up out of bed, my hair always looks like Hitler, like the comb over that Hitler has.
Right.
And so if I don't like style my head, I look like Hitler, but I don't want to use like any goo. So the hairstyling powder is the perfect little thing, and you just use a tiny little dab, and you just like form it however you want. It stays up all day, and it's nice.
Wow. I mean, that really did sound like a commercial. It did. Guys, I'm being dead honest with you. We are not, nobody is sponsored.
We're not sponsoring this.
By this fucking hair powder thing. I'm watching the video right now. Again, guys, if you are on YouTube, just click off of the video. My forehead is peeling relentlessly from being sunburnt last weekend in Miami. So I've just got, this is brutal. It's really hard to look at, but that's okay. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. I know that you all missed this show for many years. We didn't record for maybe almost like 2 years, didn't put out an episode of the podcast. There was a few here and there that I just threw up on the main YouTube channel, but not really on Spotify or anything like that. But people have been happy. People have been very, very pumped about it. So there was a guy who hit me up who he offered me the $100,000 investment that we brought up 2 episodes ago. But he was just really yanking my chain. He ended up just signing up to do some coaching with me instead. So I was extremely disappointed by that. And if you're listening right now, I'm going to give you the worst coaching you've ever received in your entire life. I'm going to make sure you end up in jail by the end of this program. So
Holy crap.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
You know, jail
All right,
time
guys.
would make some students probably more alpha.
Bro, what if that's man camp? What if we just get somebody locked up? Like, they pay me, and I just get them arrested. That's not a bad idea.
And it's like stupid shit too. Like you're telling them like throw a brick through a vending machine, and then like weirdly like you take all the paydays or something, and like you can't tell if like you wanted the candy or if like it was like for the challenge or whatever.
That would be awesome. That would be a good situation. Guys, I am drinking a Coke Zero right now. I've been big into Coke Zeros right now.
A lot of sponsors today.
Yeah, a lot of we are sponsored by Coca-Cola now, which is a pretty big deal. Pretty big sponsor. Like,
Thanks guys.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But no, I am down 24 pounds. I know you guys are all wondering. I did wake up at 207 after weighing in at 231. This is all being documented inside of the Evolution Daily Mastermind, which, if you're listening to this right now, you're probably not in it. And you also can't get in it. I'm not really accepting new members, so don't even bother hitting me up or anything. You're not going to get in the mastermind. It's just how it is right now. So
What if there was an app for like Aaron's current weight?
wow, that is very interesting, bro.
And then
That
now
is-
like you have pressure to be as fit as humanly possible, and then everyone else is like, there's hundreds of people that wake up and go like, how much does Aaron weigh today?
Dude,
and
check
then-
this out. Check this out. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
A scale. A smart scale. They already make those, right? Someone listening right now, they make a smart scale. Here we go. It is linked to your bank account. And if you skip a day of weighing yourself, it charges you $20 or something, right?
Oh shit.
And then also your weight, when you do weigh yourself, it is publicly available on there. And all of this is based on your own preset commitment. So obviously it's like you can't just have this on forever or whatever. It's like you as an influencer, you tell your audience, hey, I'm going to fucking sign up on this thing. You guys can see my live weight every single day at this link or whatever, and for 60 days. And I'm going to lose money every day that I don't fucking weigh in. And so now this is really just so that way the app can end up making a lot of money.
I was just gonna say it's a great side hustle.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
So
All right,
for all
guys.
the people that fail,
Guys, all right, we're going to do value. This will be valuable at some point, I swear.
this is fun.
It is fun. It is fun. I don't think, does anybody even tune in for value? I said that on this last episode I put out. I mean, like, If 1,000 guys listen to this, only one of them is even going out. It's like
let's
one
define
guy.
value.
Okay. So value as in like if I were to do some really hardcore conversational escalation podcast, how many of 1,000 listeners are even doing day game to a level where like they would get value? To me, I believe it's like really low.
I think they still want to hear it.
They do want to hear it. You're right. That's my phone. It's Spectrum
good.
calling me to tell me I'm late on the internet bill. I lost my credit cards, and so they took me off of auto pay. I just refuse to call and pay. I'm not going to pay it. I'm not. Somebody needs to call and take care of that. It's not going to be me. So
this is good pickup value.
guys, listen. If anybody wants to help with my internet bill, it's Aaron the God on Venmo. All right. If you're tuning into the video, my forehead is peeling. I'm drinking a Coke Zero, and now I'm begging for money. Okay. Aaron the God. I will send 10% to Alpha Chad here. You can Venmo me. It's Aaron of Troy on Cash App. Just send me some money, and 10% will go to Alpha Chad, and the rest will go towards me fucking as many French girls as I can over the next 2 months. So, all right, value. Let's go.
Talk about a date. I want to hear how you conduct a date.
Oh God.
Some guy who knows nothing. How do I conduct a date? I know nothing.
Okay, so first off, all right, this is a great exercise. Let's go. I also did just get off of a crazy, a really, really good coaching call, and so we're going to end up talking about polling as well. So this all ties in. So, all right, guys, let's do value. I am going to Europe for 2 months. This is important. Guys, listen, before we get to the date, this is really important, okay? Anybody listening to this right now, I was joking about the Aaron the God thing. I'm joking about the internet. I'm going to call and pay it. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. But what I am serious about is I am going to host a Barcelona boot camp at the beginning of May. So London, most of you, when you hear this, that's going to be in like 8 days after this goes live. This is coming up very soon. So Barcelona at the beginning of May. If you live in the U.S., come out. If you live in Europe, come out. If you live in North Korea, come out. I don't care where you live. Sign up for this Barcelona boot camp. As I've said many times, this is my last year coaching, and absolutely that'll be my last year. That'll be my last European boot camp that I ever do. So a lot of you guys just fucking sign up, dude. Like, I don't even know why I'm not even going to do like a big sell right now. Just do it. You fucking goddamn.
Barcelona sounds fun.
You know what happens? Hunter? And you know this. We've talked about this so many times, right? These guys, when you used to do the sales and you've heard me do sales and stuff, whatever. Sometimes we have to push these guys really hard over the line because we know what's going to happen. And it always happens, which is they end up literally thanking us for pushing them to like sign up for this program. It just happened again in Miami. It literally just happened again where a guy was so on the fence. And I told him, I said, you're going to fucking thank me for doing this program. And on Sunday, he comes up to me, he's like, you're right. Like, you were right about what you said on our first call. Like, thank you for, like, making me do this, basically. Like,
wow.
Fucking crazy. It's just, like, it's unbelievable. So, listen, guys, we're not going to do a whole sales pitch right now, but sign up for Barcelona. I'll fucking turn your ass out, bro. You know what I'll do? If you guys come to Barcelona, here's what I'm going to do.
Where do they go to sign up for that?
I don't know, man. Just, like... I don't know. Hit me up somewhere. I don't know. I'm kidding. CoachAaronAlexander.com. Go to CoachAaronAlexander.com, everybody. Ron. CoachAaronAlexander.com to sign up. And you're going to come to the boot camp. And then as a bonus, I will... If you come to the boot camp in Barcelona...
He's coming up with this right now, guys. This is made up on the spot.
If you come to the boot camp in Barcelona, I will, if you come to that boot camp.
Usually your on-spot stuff is like even better deal because you usually overextend when you say something on the spot like this. So guys, this is going to be good.
I've gotten myself into serious trouble. Yeah, for sure.
Careful what you say.
A guy's like on a mentorship call with me. He's like, yeah, man, so I'm really looking forward to coming and living with you for 7 days, one-on-one. I can't believe you only charged me $1,500 for that. I'm like, oh, dude, I had a lot of coffee that day. All right, like just let's slow the roll here. No, all right. If you guys come to the Barcelona boot camp, which will change your life forever. I mean, first of all, here we go. We're gonna do 4 days. So we're gonna do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 day. For Aaron Alexander, first ever 4-day boot camp will be in Barcelona. The weekend of, how coincidental is this? The weekend of Cinco de Mayo, bitches.
Nice.
Which Spain does not care about at all. It has nothing to do with Spain, but we're gonna do it that weekend, or maybe the weekend of the 10th. You guys let me know which is best for you if you're down to sign up, and then, because that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes guys are like, hey, I can do this weekend, and so then that's student number 1. So now we kind of schedule the boot camp around that. So if you want to be student number 1 for Barcelona, May 5th, we're going to do 4 days, and I will show you a video on my phone of me having sex with the hottest girl you've ever seen in your life, extremely recently too. And this is just, and the reason why I'm going to show this, okay, the reason why I'm going to show this is because
Damn, I wish I could get on that boot camp.
I am the only pickup coach, okay? Every other pickup coach, who do they all end up with, right? Who do they end up hooking up with? They hook up with South American trash. Every pickup coach ends up in like Colombia or like Brazil or like somewhere where it's super easy for white guys to get laid. Like, I have friends that like cannot get laid in the US and they go down to Colombia and they've got like 3 girlfriends. And hey, and I'll just say this, guys, go. People think like I'm like against that. Go do that. I don't give a fuck. That sounds awesome. Like, if you're a guy and you want to go get 3 girlfriends in Colombia, go do that 100%. But like, as far as pickup coaches go, I'm the only guy out here that is hooking up with like 21-year-old insanely hot blonde girls. College fucking aged. I'm 33 years old and I'm traveling and fucking hot young white blonde women. White women are the sexual envy of the world, okay? I fuck hot white college girls. Your favorite pickup coaches all are going down to South America, which is massive cope, or they're going to Philippines or Thailand. And hey, this isn't about passport bros. This isn't about like the idea of going to those places. I've been to those. It's fucking fun. I have a great time in Colombia. I got a girl down there that I fucking love. She's like about to get married to this guy, I think. It's fun. It's not about that. But what it's about is I'm the only one out here fucking hot white women. Nobody else is doing that. They all are coping with like trash and easy, like just easy shit. It's like, how are you even a coach? I see this guy on Facebook sometimes. Fucking dork, the dorkiest motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. He's like down in South America doing pickup coaching. He's like, look at how this super hot girl is like begging to see me. And like, you look at the text, and first of all, they're all in Spanish. And secondly, you can tell it's like because she needs money to like feed her 5 kids. Like, it's just insane. So I'll show you a video of me recently fucking an insanely hot white blonde college chick on my cell phone. So,
damn, they get some of the OnlyFans action.
In 4 days in Barcelona. So let's fucking go. All right, guys. So that's what you're gonna get if you sign up for Barcelona. And yeah, I mean that's just a little side rant, but it is true. I really believe that I've just done a bad job. I don't want to get into it.
Talk about the dating. I want to hear about a date.
I just don't think anybody is actually capable of coaching guys to the level that I'm capable of coaching. I can't imagine it. Like, I don't imagine that it's possible to be as good at coaching guys. And look, here's the thing. At a certain level, you got to pay me enough also for me to give you sufficient one-on-one time to be the best coach I can, right? Like, also sometimes, yeah, if you only come for like a 1 weekend event, is that going to like change your life forever? I don't know. I hope so. Some guys it can, but as far as like if a guy is willing to pay me enough to do like long form coaching as well as a boot camp, I just can't imagine somebody else is going to coach them better. It's literally impossible, I think. But anyways, all right, let's keep going. All right, dates.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so first off, here we go. First of all, do not ask a woman when she's free. Do not ask her when works best. Do not ask her if she would prefer this or that or whatever. You tell that bitch straight to her fucking goddamn fucking face, all right? You look her dead in the fucking eyes and you say, listen up, cunt. Here's what we're going to do, all right? I'm sorry.
We need to separate the coaching from the jokes.
Okay. No. Guys, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm on one today. Bro, let me tell you something real quick, too. I just want to share this, and then we're going to get into the dates. Real quick. This is going to be insanely valuable for maybe 5 of you out there, okay? But this will save your life, maybe. So, last summer, it progressively got worse and worse, but I had severe fatigue. And I would do periods of drinking, periods of sobriety, periods of eating really well, all this shit. Like, I had extreme fatigue. And so I am like, bro, I know everything about this stuff. Let's fucking figure this out. I try this supplement. I try this. I try that. I do this. I do that. I go get blood test after blood test. Thyroid, all good. I go get, I don't even remember, dude. I spent like a lot of money on blood tests. It was getting fucking frustrating and annoying. And so I'm digging deep. I'm on the internet. I'm fucking going crazy. I start learning about DHEA and pregnenolone when you're on TRT. So for anybody out there, if you are on testosterone replacement therapy, go get a test for DHEA and pregnenolone. If you've been on testosterone for any period of time, there's a good chance that both of those are very low. So I discovered this, and long story short, I've now been supplementing with pregnenolone and DHEA because my shit was in the tank. It was in the tank. So I now finally found the cause of the extreme fatigue, and I was like so pumped. And it took a little while for it to all get in the system and turn all the systems back on. But now I have the energy that I had at age 26. And this is why all of you are going to see all of these infields. I've got 8 infields ready to go on the YouTube channel for the next 4 weeks, 2 each week. And you guys will just see that I'm back. And then you're going to come to Barcelona and you're going to be like, wow, Aaron, you've lost, by this time I will have lost 30 pounds. My pregnenolone and DHA will be through the fucking roof. And I will give you the best coaching experience of your life, including showing you my porn. So, all right.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Okay, bro. Let's get serious. So a guy listening to this right now, and he's really struggling with dates. So number one, in all seriousness, women, Hunter, you made the best analogy ever one time.
Ooh.
And I use it to this day, and I tell it to everybody, and I credit it to you.
Oh, hell yeah.
You said that it's like a square room with one of those like little mouse holes, right? Like a cartoon little mouse hole, like a little arch for a mouse. And
right.
that women are just a bunch of like little like windy robot dolls that are like like just bopping around, and it's up to you as a man to like guide her into that mouse hole.
Yeah, like a funnel. Like you're taking like planks of wood and they all lead right to the hole so that you get the most results possible.
Yeah, and I even picture less of an object and more of almost like your hands. Like, nope, this way, like here, this way. And now you're like leading her in there. And without you, her feminine energy would just be like, like bopping around. And that's just such a great metaphor, really, for the way that feminine energy operates. Feminine energy is abstract paint. It is art. Feminine energy is the sun, the moon, the clouds. And it is up to you as a man to guide that energy into something that is more physical.
Tangible.
The physical, tangible realm is masculine, and the ethereal realm is very feminine. And so you don't want to be asking these women all these questions about this and that. You just want to tell her, hey, so I was thinking we could do Tuesday around 7:30. Have you ever been to date location? Okay. Now guys go, well, what if she says this and that, and a guy told me once to give her 2 different options or whatever. I don't give a go ahead. It's fine. I don't do it. I just because what happens is that if the cold approach was decent, or if your online game was decent, like she's somewhat, online is going to be way more physically based. So if she's somewhat attracted to you, she's at that place where she wants to date, all of this, then now what you're doing is you're actually going to maybe force some investment. So you're either going to force her compliance or her investment. Hey, I was thinking we could do 7:30 on Tuesday. You ever been to local bar? She's going to say, I actually haven't been. That sounds great. I have been. That sounds great. Or, ugh, I really can't do Tuesday. Would you be free on Thursday? And you're like, yeah, sure. That sounds good. So you want to tell these women, first of all, where they're going. All right? Now, what you want to do is you want to say, awesome, sounds good. All right? Now, what you want to do is, let's say that this is going to be in like 2 days or something, right? You can have a little bit of, that evening, you can have a little bit of back and forth. So let's say it's 7 o'clock, you said all of this, and now she says like, yeah, sure, that sounds good, whatever. You go like, awesome, how's your day been? You can have a little bit of back and forth that evening, but do not, over the next couple of days, do some weird, needy shit to try to like keep it alive. Like, don't send her a random meme the next day. Don't text her and ask her how her day's going. She thinks that's weird. She thinks it's lame. She doesn't care. Women in today's world, as well as men oftentimes, don't really want to invest much into somebody prior to a first date anymore. They don't want to. Because in today's world where dating is actually more accessible and easier than ever, we have the gift of anonymity oftentimes, just all these different things. So don't do all this bullshit to try to like keep her engaged throughout the week. All you want to do is the day before the actual date, you can text her and you can say, hey, I don't remember if you said whether you lived close or not or whatever, but if you want, I'm only a few minutes away, so you can come park at my parking garage, and then I can drive us over there. Hey, just so you know, a lot of people struggle to find parking over here, but there's actually a parking lot like right behind. Find something to text her about that. Hey, so work just hit me with like a work call that's not going to end until about 6:30. You mind if we push it to 8 o'clock? So just whatever. Find something to like fucking hit her up about the date, though. Okay, and then the day of the date, most guys are going to text her and they're going to say, hey, just want to make sure we're still on for tonight, or some lame shit. All right, you want to text her and you want to let her know that you're still down because you're the prize. And in your world, women, and in your mind, women are concerned that you're going to flake. They're so excited to get your fucking cock up in their guts that they're worried that you're going to flake. So you tell her and you let her know earlier that day, hey, just want to let you know I'm still good for 7:30. I'll see you then. Boom. That's it. And listen, guys, it's not cool to show up late. It's not alpha, all right? Just show up 5 minutes early. And in fact, I'll tell you another reason why you want to be early. You want to be early because depending on this date location, you want to make sure that you've scoped out and figured out the best place to sit. So, for example, I actually took this girl last time I was in New York to an Italian restaurant. And it was like a Italian eatery and bar or some shit like that. It was in Manhattan. And I got there early, and thank God that I did because the place was fucking packed. I did not think I was going to need a reservation for this place. It was fucking packed. And I actually had to like wheel and deal with one of the hosts, and I said like, is there any way possible, like even that like small little table over there? And then not only that, the table had a little booth and then like one chair across from it. It was the tiniest table you've ever seen. And I took that chair and I went and put it on the other side of the restaurant. So that way she had to sit next to me in the booth. So get there early, guys. Hunter, what do you think of this so far?
I love it. Yeah, it's great. I my only input is that when you drop nukes on these podcasts, we should get like a little button and you hit it and it makes like a sound effect. Like a value fucking nuke sound effect.
That's a really good idea.
Whether it's like bah, 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 or like an explosion, like there should be like a button. There needs to be a button, man.
I do have, anybody on the video can see I have a ham horn.
Let's hit it. Wait, it's a guy saying ham.
That's set to ham. It's supposed to be this one.
Put it a little closer. There we go. Hell yeah. That's so funny.
But then, you can set it to just ham, and it's a guy yelling ham.
All right.
Okay. And then it does a little piggy voice too. So listen. No, I'm kidding. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're at the date, guys. So now we're at the date. You want to sit next to these chicks. You want to do 90-degree angles at a high top table. That's my go-to. Or you want to sit next to them. Now, many women have they've never same-sided with a guy before, unless they were in like a serious relationship. Well, for me, when I'm in a cold approach or when I'm on a date, I want her to feel like we're in a serious relationship. I want these women to feel like we've been dating for years. I want them to feel that fucking level of comfort. And so I greet them as such. I never have this high upward inflection when I first greet them either, by the way. Don't ever fucking do that. Like, this sort of like, hey, hey, good to see you. Like, you know, how's your day been? Just because we just got, like, no. I talk to her like she's my fucking girlfriend and she just got off work. And now, like, I'm like going to see her, like, what's up? How's your day been? Like, fucking, it's just like daddy's here. Hey, baby girl, like, what's good? So you want to make sure you have that fucking tone. Don't be all friendly and shit. You guys try so hard to be friendly. It's unreal. And listen. You want to be a little friendly, but, like, just don't do it over the top. The ultimate of this is when you hear two bitches, when you hear two women that, like, just meet each other, where, like, maybe it's like two girls that have a mutual connection. She goes like Casey, this is Cynthia from fucking college, whatever. Like, oh my god, look, you're so pretty. It's like crazy. And some of you guys are greeting women like that on your fucking first dates. It's wild. So okay, now, so you're at a high top. So for you, Alpha Chad, it's like imagine you're at like City Tavern. City Tavern is like a good little date spot, right? So you could take a bitch over there. You guys do the high top table, 90-degree angle. And so now you guys are sitting there, and when the waiter comes up and goes like, you know, like, is there anything I can get you guys? Instead of like make sure you speak first. Always make sure you speak first. So you're like, you know, like, hey, how's it going, man? Whatever. He's like, oh, good, whatever. Or he's like, you know, is there something I could get you guys? And then you kind of go like, it's like you're kind of handling the situation. So you go, I'm just going to have I'll just do like let me do a Coke Zero. And then what did you want? And then she'll be like, oh, I'll have a fucking whatever, right? But you still kind of like prompted her to like speak. You want to prompt a woman to speak, right? So, and then you go, and then you say it in a way where you do want to make sure with her, because it could kind of be like a bad thing. So you go like, and then let me do the. Are you good with nachos? And she'll be like, yeah, sure. And then you go like we'll do the nachos then. We'll do chicken, right? So you fucking are just kind of orchestrating the whole thing, all right? And then you guys are sitting there, and you go like, all right, serious question. And she's like, yeah. You go, what's your favorite candy bar? She's like, oh my god. All right, I mean, like, whatever. And then whatever she says, you roast it. You always make fun of her about her favorite candy bar, right? And you talk about why it sucks, and you talk about why Reese's Nutrageous is better. So you basically, like, you get that going, right? You talk about her day. And a lot of guys, you know, they really want a lot of conversational structure, which I can give, like, a lot of topics. You want to talk about their childhood. You want to bring up if they were close with their parents, which parent they were closest with. You want to bring up, you know, you said you live alone right now. She's like, yeah, I do now. And you go, what about in the past? Have you ever had you ever live in like sorority house type situations, like whatever? And so I can give you guys all these topics, but what I can't teach you is how to be a fucking human being. So that conversation, I don't know based on your life experience where that could all go. That could bust into so many different things, but I will tell you, the more details that you give somebody, the easier they felt it was to talk to you about things. And when somebody leaves an interaction feeling like, wow, it was really easy to talk to him, if a woman feels that way, that's attractive to her. It was easy. It flowed. You'll hear bitch. Dude, I've been really misogynistic lately.
You've been saying bitch. You've been saying the C word. You've been really yelling it out.
I've been really off the rails lately with misogyny.
Holy moly, man.
I love women, but I've been really a little crazy. So, okay. So when a beautiful angel flower of God. Okay,
can we call them that now? Flowers of God.
Flowers of God. Dude, yeah, let's do it. So, all right. Pull back on the misogyny a little bit. So
she's a flower.
All right. So, okay. So when these sweet cherubs that have been spawned by Jesus himself. All right. So basically, when they feel, women will say this all the time. They'll go, with him, it just feels so easy. It just feels so easy. People say that. And I'm actually even watching The Bachelor right now, which you guys can make fun of me all you want. The Bachelor is a great fucking show. It is real. It's not all scripted. Every once in a while, do they maybe tell one of the guys or the girls, like, hey, why don't you go, like, maybe confront so-and-so about this? Like, there's little directions. I would know. I've been on reality television before. I don't want to get into that. But, so, you know, the producers direct little aspects of it, but The Bachelor is real. And it's really fucking fascinating to watch. It really is. And he's got this one chick right now. She's stupid hot. Her name's Maria. Crazy hot. I know he's literally just like, can we just get this show over with so I can fuck the shit out of Maria? I can tell that that's just what he's thinking. Like, I guess I'll play along with all the rest of you, but he's just trying to get between those cheeks. So, and that's what they both say. And you can see it is easy with them. It's fucking, you can just see the ease in conversation. Now, not only that, but also she's easily probably the hottest one. And as I've always said, hot women typically have, you know, older brothers, and they've been around, you know, alpha type guys their whole life. You know, the most alpha type football player type guys were gravitated towards her in high school and shit. So she's been roasted a lot. And of course, of all of these women, where it's clearly the easiest with those two, what is she doing? She's the only one who's like talking shit to him. It's like crazy, right? She's talking shit to him, and she's the only one doing it. And this is why also I always say to you guys, like, roasting women is the highest level of game. When people roast each other, it's like, it's another level. So the point is that when you're on these dates, yeah, you want to talk about their childhood. You want to roast them a little bit here and there. And ultimately, you do want to end up talking about dating. You want to talk about, like, dating apps. You want to make sure that what you are, the way that you guys met is superior. So let's say you even did meet on a dating app, roast the other dating apps. Let's say it's fucking Tinder, which is like the most roasted dating app. Then just say, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just fuck with Tinder because it's like, I don't want to get, I don't know. I don't want to do like Hinge, Bumble, fucking all these other dating apps. It's like, I don't know, just quick and easy. Let's just do it, right? Something like that. I don't know. Tinder's fucking lame, but you get the idea. So, and then what you want to do is you want to start making sure that you are casually dropping in different places that you might take this chick. So you want to talk about, like, you know, you want to ask her, you know, where's your favorite place that you've ever been? Especially if you guys have traveled a lot. Like, even for you, Alpha Chad, I mean, outside of the country, you've only been to what, Colombia?
Outside the country, yeah.
But you've been, like, everywhere in the U.S. now at this point. And you can come up with some, like, ridiculous story about, like, each place, right? You have a lot to say about Las Vegas. You have a lot to say about L.A., all these different things. Like, so it's, like, another powerful thing for you guys as well is you want to ask questions that serve the purpose of you being able to DHV, to demonstrate higher value. So asking a chick, like, where's your favorite place that you've ever been? And many of you guys, you've traveled all over and this and that or whatever, and now you get to start sharing travel stories, right? You start being able to share travel stories. And so that's very powerful. You want to ask who she voted for. You want to make sure that she voted for Donald Trump in the last election. Kidding about that part. I don't talk politics on dates anymore. Ever since the one particular time. But
you had one where you just went on this whole thing and then you just ended up arguing for an hour, right?
Yeah, man. I've had some bad ones. Yeah. It was so heated back then. It was so crazy. But Okay, so, all right, what else on dates? So, when it comes to food, I like to keep it light. So, I mentioned those nachos a little bit ago. That will literally be either the only item that we're ordering or one of like 2 items. I keep it to like 2 appetizers or some shit. I'm never sitting there having a bowl of fucking pasta, watching her gorge herself on pizza. We're never doing that shit. That is anti-seductive. It's not attractive. It's going to fill you both up with pasta and just not feel good. So you want to keep it light. And then when it comes to not drinking as well, that's an important thing. So if you're not drinking, always, what I always just say is I go like, so she'll look at the menu, I look at the menu and I go, hey, so I'm probably just going to get like a water or something, but like feel free to, if you wanted a drink or something, you can get whatever you want. And then maybe that'll become a conversation. Like, oh, wow, you're not drinking? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do like 2024, like no booze right now. Just nothing. Oh, wow, I don't know, whatever. The last 3 dates that I've been on, all girls, actually, now 5? Actually, now like 5. It's been like they just won't drink either. And they don't care. It's like not a big deal. Women are going to want to drink to be able to like match your energy in a sense. And so if you're not drinking and you make it not a big deal, it's not a big deal. So what I was saying a little bit ago about details is that we have been so conditioned all the time to never talk about ourselves. To like, basically just to like shut up unless spoken to. We're conditioned by our parents when we're young. We're conditioned in school. We're conditioned even once we're grown-ass fucking adults getting into massive student loan debt. We're now in college and still, like, yelled at to not talk. If you and I paid fucking 10 grand for this semester at OSU, 20 grand total between the two of us, we're still going to have, like, an adult yell at us if we start talking to each other. What are you doing over there, you two? It's like, bitch, I paid for this. Fuck off. I'll talk whenever I want. So... You're just so conditioned to not talk about yourself. And there's an expression where people will say, yeah, talking to this person, it was like pulling teeth. And that means like you're trying to like yank things out of them. Like you can't get them to talk. Like, you know, I go on about how awesome my weekend was and all these different stories about it. And I go, what about yours? It was okay. I just chilled. Oh. God, I was hoping we could have a little back and forth, right? So I'm not saying you've got to rant. I went on a date recently with a chick where she never, ever shut up, ever. And it was awesome. It was like the most chill day ever. I'm not sitting here saying, guys, that you should fight for to be conversationally dominant. No. But in the event that this girl is shy, is nervous, has a hard time opening up until a few dates in or once she gets to know somebody better or whatever, like you want to be able to carry it. So you want to carry it, and then I don't really want to give my whole date pull routine because it's like, I don't know, I kind of reserve it only for my paid clients. I'm going to be honest. I genuinely don't want to give this away for free. And I've held back from it. I'm being serious too. Yeah, I don't want to. I even like, go ahead.
What about a very generic version? Because I know you've refined it over time. What about like what you would just tell, you know?
It's unbelievable. It's because it's so unbelievable and it's so fucking valuable. And it's such a high percentage rate. And guys have come to me and been like, I fucking did it to a T. And it just works. It just fucking works. I'm not even going to give it away. But what I will say is like when it comes to the mindset, because I did a coaching call right before this, and I broke it all down for the guy, and his mind was blown, and he saw how crazy easy it's going to be, and I mean, it's too valuable. So if you guys come on the Barcelona boot camp, I will teach you. But, okay. I'm not capping either. There's few things that I view as so valuable that I wouldn't give it away for free, and this is one of them. Like, because then here's what's going to happen too. I put it out here, and then all of a sudden, one of these other like South American scam dating coaches is teaching it as if they came up with it. So fuck that. What were you going to say?
I think I was there when you came up with it because you were doing it at the Wonder Bread, right?
I believe so. Yes.
I think I kind of have an idea what you're talking about. I do
Right.
something else I could add too to the dating stuff is like because we have entire videos about this and it's really cool. Is this was always blew my mind was talk about dating. The idea that you're talking about anything related to dating, the two of you, things that places you can go, places you're gonna go, stories that you're gonna do presumably together, togetherness, fucking The Bachelor, romantic shit, how she's acted on dates, just all these like dating related things keeps it in that camp for a lot of guys that like maybe they're like, what do I talk about? That's always been something for me that just like I always just go back to talk about dating.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Yeah. Make sure to call things red flags. Just always like at any opportunity, call something a red flag.
That's funny.
If a girl like if a girl fucking orders like a diet Coke or something, like just be like, oh, red flag. It's like, what? Like, get a Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh my God, no. Like, whatever. Just call things red flags. And then talking about dating. I mean, talking about, women will always kind of bring up like, I don't know. There's like they have like 15. They're like the little Woody doll, right? Like the Woody from Toy Story. They've just got like the pull string and like they've got like 15 different things that they say. so like, a woman will be like talking about like, yeah, then like my friend Cassandra, she's just like always in a relationship. Like she can't be single. She doesn't know how to be single. And then you can kind of start talking about that a little bit as well. And just talk about like, yeah, I've even had like guy friends like that where it's just like my buddy Nick. And this is true. I had this buddy Nick in high school. Ever since we were like 15, every single relationship overlapped from the last one. So it was like a 2-year relationship would end because he started secretly seeing another girl and left the first one for her. Dude just perpetually never was single and then got married. So presumably if they ever get divorced, it'll be because of an affair and he'll just never be single. It's very interesting. I don't know. I judged it a lot back then, but now it's just like, I don't know. Some people really do prefer being in relationships. So even that is all that maybe that I just said is like some shit I would say. So here's the bigger thing though, guys. Here's the bigger thing, right? The bigger thing is that you ultimately, all of you guys, you feel as though your words do not hold value. That what you say is not holding value. And that she doesn't really want to hear what it is that you have to say. And you're just there to try to fill space until it's time to now ideally get her home so you can like have sex with her or something. And I want you guys to go out and again, like almost as like a response to sort of a lot of this like red pill bullshit. Dude, go out with the intention of like, here's the combo. All right. 2 intentions. I want to make this the best date this girl's ever been on in her life. I want to show her like a really, really good time. And I also want to make fun of her a lot. Those 2 are the fucking combination. Picture the stereotypical Hollywood simp. I brought you flowers. And now we're going to go to the fanciest restaurant in Los Angeles. And then and now we're going to go see the fucking sunset or the sunset at the beach or whatever. And da-da-da-da-da. And this is the girl who she can't stop thinking about her toxic ex. I just made up a movie, right? It's so stereotypical, this sort of idea. But now that same guy, he shows up with flowers. He takes her to all these places. But throughout it, he's making fun of her a bunch and shit. He fucking casually asks her, where do you hang out on the weekends? Well, usually we'll go to, I don't know, sometimes we'll go to, Bungalow, in Santa Monica. Fucking Bungalow? You told me you're, 25, right? Yeah, what the fuck? I haven't been to Bungalow since I was 19 with a fucking fake ID. What is wrong with the simp doesn't do that, right? The simp doesn't fucking... Be honest with me. When's the last time you read a book? Well, I mean, I just bullshit. Well, other than Twilight, okay? Other than Twilight. Making fun of these women on top of being a bit of a simp is the golden combination. This is called a unique pairing. This is why Joe Rogan and The Rock are 2 of the most beloved human beings on the planet, because they are incredibly unique pairings. They are big, giant, scary guys with, Rogan's short, but he's scary looking. He's fucking jacked and fucking tattooed and bald.
I didn't know he was short.
Oh yeah, he's a manlet. Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is other people probably didn't know either. He sounds big.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, they're very funny and, they're good people and all of that. So these are unique pairings. And Rogan has really become famous as kind of the most unique fucking like charcuterie board of a person that's ever gotten famous. He's like big in the comedy world, the hunting world, the fucking like ancient civilizations and archaeology world. Like it's psychedelics and weed. Like there are so many subcultures where Joe Rogan is like the star of that subculture. It's very fucking crazy. Like he's so unique. It's unbelievable. And you're going to start seeing more and more of that also. The people that are going to become the most famous are going to be sort of like the most unique pairings. It'll be like a professional tennis player who is now an advocate for fucking psychedelic drugs. Actually, I literally just pretty much described Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' fame will continue to grow because he is a star NFL athlete. He is anti the big flu situation of 2020, extremely outspoken against that, big into psychedelics now, big into peptide therapies. So he's now becoming this sort of like Joe Rogan multifaceted-esque type person. So that's all pretty interesting, but I don't remember what value there was in any of that, but you guys learn a lot from this podcast, so that's all that matters.
I liked what you said about, we're underestimating, sharing ourselves. Because I think that in a lot of different places, not just game, like I'm doing like social media stuff now, there's a lot of like people that are like, why would anybody want to hear about me, little old me? And, where I have this mastermind group with my friends where sometimes they will tell me months later that they didn't share something that they could have shared months ago that would have, we could have talked about. And I said, why didn't you share that? And they said, I didn't want to like bother you guys with like talking about my problems. And what I've realized is like, that's the juice of life. Like the drama of life and like the shit that goes on in our lives that sounds mundane is like weirdly like the coolest shit in a way. Like I might not be the most interested in hearing across the table somebody like took their dog for a walk in this little story. But like, it's nice for me in my world where, on Christmas, I'm with my family. Over here, I'm doing this. When I'm at work, I'm working. And then when I'm on a date, I'm hearing about someone and their dog. It's like you're experiencing life. And I think a lot of people actually do want the details. There was a funny thing. Gary Vee's always pushing Twitter and everything, all these different social media platforms. And someone was like, Gary, why would anybody want to hear me share on Twitter that I have a cup of coffee? Like, who would want to know that I ordered a cup of coffee today? And Gary said, literally fucking everyone. And so I think I think we do underestimate sharing ourselves too on dates, and like just the power of like just adding a few more details to everything you say can be really valuable, especially if it's genuine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, even that example, it's like, let's say the girl, you go like, let's just say you're kind of being a little bit funny, and you're like, walk me through your day today. You woke up, what time was it, what happened next, whatever. Like, I think it was like, whatever. She's kind of having fun talking about herself now, whatever. She's like, so I made a coffee, and then, slow down. Was this French press? Was this Keurig? Like, I want to know everything. Like, even this is like a fun bit, right? So,
right.
Yeah, it's just like you guys are just so fucking tense, and so much tension comes from so much ego. It comes from this like this feeling of like over importance, and that like, okay, getting on this podcast today, I was like, I'm not nervous, but let's say that I was at this time I had a seminar, I would be nervous. It's like, this is all right, this feels a lot more important. And so for you guys, so many of you actually have fucking severe ego, fucking overinflated ego issues that you feel like even going on this date and the words you say and everything are just so immensely important. Like the movie of you is just so important in your boring little life that like you get stifled up and don't want to say the wrong things, almost as if it is being fucking recorded for the world to watch or something. And it's not. Nobody cares about you. Like, you will literally, back to that Teal Swan death exercise, not your deathbed, you are already dead looking back at your life. You're going to look back at like all the things that you viewed as so important. And some things are. Some things, guys, with your family and your friends and your goals and your different things are important, but there's a lot of dumb little shit that you view as just so monumental, and you would look back and just be like, what the fuck was that? Why did I eat? Like, why did I not? First, I know tons of you guys. I know that tons of you guys are still where I was at age 20. There's a girl in class. There's a girl at work. There's a girl that was your neighbor. There was a girl that this and that, and you didn't ask any of them out, and you jerk off thinking about them, and you're going to look back on all of that and like, why am I not just asking girls to hang out? Why am I not just fucking doing that? And I want to share this as well. So I just got off of this coaching call, like I said. This was a previous boot camp student. And one of the things we talked about is I said that for him, I felt very similar to actually what you and I talked about last night about the call that you did with somebody. I said, like, I can tell there's this war within you where you kind of want to have, like, a decent amount of chicks in your life. He doesn't want to bang out 100 chicks in the next year or nothing. Like, he just wants a decent amount. But there's a war within you where, like, you want to do that without having to adopt sort of the darker feelings of pickup. The manipulation, the dark, like the fucking, you know, telling her you've got to go send this email on your laptop as you're walking back by your place to try to, like, pull from an instant date. Like, all these things. And I said to him, like, the thing to remember with all of this, like, no matter what you said, no matter what you did, no matter what, if I go to start making out with a chick, and while I did that, try to fucking pull from this instant date, and she, like, tells me no or something, it's like, okay, no problem, all good. So when it comes down to the thing that we're trying to accomplish, if they're not down, they're going to tell us and we're going to respect it. So by looking at that final moment like that, then you can really almost do no wrong leading up to that. Asking her to come home with you. Going for that fucking kiss in the parking lot. I promise you guys, I've gone for the kiss and they've like, oh, like turned their cheek. It's like, fuck, damn, all right, whatever. But like, you're not doing anything wrong. And ultimately, I promise you guys, if you have been on 5 or more dates with women where you did not go for the pull at all, I promise you that at least one, probably more, of those women was like, why did he not try to pull me? Why did he not, like, invite me back home? I cannot believe that guy didn't invite me back home. And she's, like, looking up online when she gets home how to give signs that I want to get fucked. It's like, go for this fucking shit. And women who have been with any guy who even somewhat resembles a winner, that guy was fucking pulling her ass or going for it or fucking, like, booty calling her ass. And she was loving it. So by you not doing that, you're not being respectful. You're not showing her, like, whatever your weird little shit is in your mind. You're not doing that. You're just being a bitch. Go for the pull, always.
And I was actually talking to my roommate the other day about if she rejects you in some small way, like let's say you go for the kiss or something, and she returns her cheek, as you said, something like that. It doesn't necessarily, like, the fact that she's still standing there is it's more of a, hey, like, this is not right this second. Absolutely. Like, a full no means, like, oh, fuck this guy, I'm done. He tried to kiss me. He completely misread the situation. She leaves. That's not what these girls are doing. It's like you try to kiss and they turn the cheek and they giggle, meaning, like, slow down. You know, maybe another time. Maybe I need more comfort. So it's like, I think guys don't have to take the rejection so harshly as well when you start to read, like, what they really mean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And a lot of women, when you do, especially if we're talking about back at the crib and you go to do that escalation and they stay, like what you're saying, because I've had it where I go to fucking try to heat things up and a couple minutes later, well, I think it's getting kind of late. I think I'm going to head out. Like, all right, then it is over. A lot of women, again, because they don't want to participate in their own seduction, because they're putting up this anti-slut defense to not have to kind of say to themselves, like, oh, yeah, I did just really, really want it or whatever. They love the cat and mouse game. If they're, you know, they kind of want you to work for it, and they want to make you work for it, and they want to feel sometimes like, oh, I didn't give it up that easy. And they love the game of it. They love it. Guys, women want to be seduced. She did not come on this date to, like, just, I don't, like, they want to be seduced. Seduce
They're back
them.
at your place.
Yeah. They didn't really want to come play Jenga. Like, what? They don't fucking care. They want to be seduced. You guys must fulfill. Bro, I said something so funny. The students were dying in Miami. I was like, look around. I'm like, half of these guys you see out here, they're fucking serial killers. I'm like, if you don't pull tonight, you're responsible for her death. Like, every girl you don't pull is going home and getting murdered by that guy. And I'd, like, point to, like, a specific guy. It's just like a normal guy standing there. I'm like, they were loving it. They're like, that's a good mindset. I'm like, you guys are good people, so you're not going to fucking, you're going to save their life by pulling them, essentially.
I just thought something funny. You and I talked a while back about, like, making, like, the potential of making shirts. And because, like, game is, like, you're out there in day game and you don't really want them to know you're gaming, it was hard for us to, like, think about a shirt that you could have that would also just be, like, more subtle enough that you couldn't just, like, be like, I watch Evolution Daily and I fuck bitches from it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think a great, like you just said a minute ago, I think a great shirt would be, she doesn't actually want to play Jenga.
Ooh, that's good.
That'd be a cool fucking shirt. Like, that's a great quote.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Wow. That's really good. She doesn't actually want to play Jenga. Yep. Yeah,
that's an Aaron quote. We should just put all your quotes on shirts.
Not all of them.
we got some bad ones, guys.
Not all of them.
Not those remarks about that one country. I'm kidding.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, this was valuable. This was a good podcast. And I think
can we get the horn again at the end?
Oh yeah. We'll definitely do it. But we'll what else? I feel like we should keep going on like a little bit of stuff. Do you want? Is there anything that you've been thinking about, or anything that you'd want to drop on here, or anything? Or
man, I did just hear the thing that you said probably about 20 minutes ago, which is really good. Which is I heard it the other night, which is important question, and then you ask a very silly question.
Right.
I love that. I think that's really funny. That one's really fun. I don't know, man. I think there's another like nugget of value you gave me with dates one time. You told me like, you said like, the approach needs to be almost like a small sample of what the date's going to be like. Like she almost needs to feel from the approach, similar to what you were saying, like you're maybe beside, like it's, again, on the approach, it's hard to sit down next to her like it would be a date, but like different ways of communicating so that in your approach, it feels like, oh, this is how this guy would be. I could see myself being with this guy. Because I think a lot of times we'll throw students into a set and then they will be like way too far away from the girl or like not like really squared up at all. Or like some energy shift is off, just a slight energy thing, which maybe at the time they can't fully focus on it, or they think that it's not important or whatever. But it's like you'll be behind the scenes with me, like, damn it, why are they not squaring up? But yeah, like those little things that help make it feel like you're more connected or gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's man, I really need to do. Every boot camp I do, I need to do a fucking podcast on that boot camp, and the students could choose to either not be on camera or to be on camera or whatever. But like, dude, there was just like so much gold from this last one where I'm just like, fuck. Like, I might even just ask these guys if they want to do it over Zoom. I mean, it was just crazy shit, man. Like, I had a guy, fucking, he goes to do this approach. I can see it's just going well, and so I run up behind him and I go like, make out with her. This is on Ocean Drive at like 7 p.m. So it's like technically street day game, but it's like, nighttime, crazy environment. So I run up behind him and I go like, make out with her. He doesn't fucking do it. So I'm pissed now, right? And so she now goes back across the street because I can just see she like fucking loves him. So I go fucking run up to her and say, if I don't fucking kiss you right now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And so he runs over and says it, and they fucking kiss, right?
Wow.
Long story short, whole lot of in between. We end up pulling all of these girls like out to the beach that same night. Like hours later, at a club, like all this stuff. And then while he's with his girl that he kissed, the other girls say they say to me, they're telling me, they go, yeah, and then like he just like ran back over to Nicole and told her like, if I don't kiss you right now, like I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life. It was the cutest thing like I've ever seen in my life. They were like, I love that for her, like all this shit, bro.
Wow,
and it's just like,
that's awesome.
It's like yeah, just like crazy shit. And
we're
then,
not allowed to talk
beach.
about this shit because like it's so feel good because we're always like, yeah, like savage, like fuck a bitch. But there's a lot of great stuff in game where like it is enjoyable because it just feels good sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
Like you just say certain things to girls and like they do like you do light up their day for the rest of the day and shit. I think we even have infields of you just being like, hey, you're beautiful, and then like I'm filming like 60 feet behind you and they don't see it, and then you just see her like light up.
Yeah, dude, they love it. This is like, and bro, I don't know, maybe this just needs to be like my whole platform, but it's true. It's like there's just so much of like Manosphere, Red Pill, even Pickup and everything, where it is just so much of this like taker's energy, this evil, dark sort of like, fuck these bitches, like they're gonna use you, and also like, yeah, like manipulate them into fucking whatever. And it's like all of my students are just like, I just attract like the coolest fucking guys. Think about how many cool ass dudes we fucking like have met over the years through all of these boot camps and stuff. And it's just like when I'm out there with these guys, like this past weekend, it's like I had like 2 former students as assistants. Zach and Rico were out there, and then we had like 3 students. So we just like big squad. It's just like a bunch of cool guys just wanting to like take girls out for drinks and dinners and have sex with them and then go to the beach afterwards. And like, it's just like cool shit. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? People are lame, bro. People are fucking lame.
I feel like you've probably gotten a lot of flack for what mainstream pickup views as like most of pickup.
Yeah, I'm kind of always like, I need to stop doing it, but I'm kind of always almost like responding to like hate that I've gotten privately. Like, it's like hate I've gotten privately, but I'm like publicly responding to it. You know what I mean? It's like, there's really no point in doing that shit.
You're blowing up.
But yeah, dude. But, all right, cool. Well, this was a good episode. Good stuff. We're working on
I want to hear the value sound effect.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
We need to blast that. You guys got value.
Where is it? Oh, dude. Yeah, I'll do a soundboard on here. I guarantee you this software we're using, I guarantee there's like a little soundboard thing. Even right here, I'm looking at it. It says media. I guarantee it's very easy to do that. All right,
that'd be fun.
Wow, value, baby, value. All right,
Can
guys,
we get the ham?
Come to Barcelona. Come to Barcelona, dude. We are gonna go.
Oh, nice. That was clever. I like that.
Let's go.
That was good.
Go. Yeah, dude. Good stuff, guys. Come to Barcelona. Go to CoachAaronAlexander.com. Fill out an application. You can DM me, Aaron Alexander Official, on Instagram. And yeah, dude, you guys rock. We'll do another episode soon. Reach out. You know what I want you guys to do? I want you to reach out and just let me know if you enjoy the podcast. I need reinforcement to continue doing this. Like, and I don't care what anybody thinks of that. I need positive reinforcement. When you guys leave positive comments on things and emails, some of you guys like email me and tell me just like how much you love the show and stuff. Like, I like that stuff. And if you've ever thought, man, why did Aaron disappear? It's because you personally did not email me, and you should have.
Maybe we can do questions. Like, what if we did a podcast episode where we had enough questions from comments that we just literally respond to the questions like the whole episode?
Dude, years ago, and I never stuck to it, and I should have. Years ago, I did like a voicemail thing. I had a number, and we only did it for like 2 or 3 episodes where it was like call in and like leave a question. But maybe I'll find like a cool way to do that, like maybe just on Telegram or something, and then I can play it on here because that's cooler, right? To play it on here. So yeah, we'll see, man. That would be something cool to do, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can make that happen. So, all right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Peace. Come to Barcelona, please, please.